not your fault. We need peace and love. We need Mother Nature for the same reason. We want peace and love. We want Mother Nature when they're in season. Oh, how'd you stand so tall? You know, our love is all. Oh, how'd you stand so tall? You know, our love is all. I said something that can move me, just say something at all. It's so easy to be muted, but you chose to stand so tall. 'Cause baby, I'm in awe. Everything's so small. We need peace and love. We need Mother Nature for the same reason. We want peace and love. We want Mother Nature when they're in season. Oh, how'd you stand so tall? You know, our love is all. Oh, how'd you stand so tall? You know, our love is all. You know, our love is all. You know, our love is all. We need peace and love, all you motherfuckers, for the same reason. We want peace and love, all you motherfuckers, when they're in season. But the seasons will change, nothing remains. Now that peace and love have no meaning.
Yes, hello and welcome to the Music Scout with myself, Lewis Fisher, and thank you very much for joining me for episode 20. And yes, we are definitely moving into the... I've got a lot more episodes coming, basically. I'm just going to keep rolling with them, and thank you very much for joining me. So, you just heard VANT with Peace Love, which is probably one of their more recent singles from their album, which is actually on like the top part of Spotify. I don't know how they managed to do that, but if you go to new releases, along with like Rag and Bone Man and I think Take That somewhere in there, you'll just see VANT just there. And obviously they're not a well-known band as like Maroon 5 or Katy Perry or someone like that. But yeah, they're just tucked in there on the new releases. It was very cool, and hopefully I'm going to go be seeing these guys soon as well. I think it's the 8th of March at the Electric Ballroom. Black Foxes, the new band. I'm actually holding their vinyl as we speak, their blue and pink vinyl, and the album artwork is stunning. I know I mentioned it last week, but I'm currently holding it right now because I managed to get it today. Very, very cool, and looking forward to blasting that and annoying my housemates. So yeah, VANT, Peace Love, from their latest album that dropped this week as well. Very, very cool album. Really like the energy and the vibes that go in with that band, and apparently they are amazing live, so definitely going to check those boys out. And so we're just going to skip straight into the next track. We're going to listen to Nathan Hawes, Left with the Wolves.
You're left with the cold breeze, alone with the dead seas, and I will not come on with you for the start. You were the one to hold back with your words, and I fell back into your world like a curse. season. I will not come on with you for the start. You were the one to hold back with your words, and I fell back into your world like a curse. The sea came down and the wind back on your toes. You left with the wolves and into the dark, and you would do this all from the start. You left with the wolves and into the dark, and you would do this all from the start. I've been dreaming, but you've been loving, and I've been dreaming, you've been loving, and I've been dreaming, you've been loving, or you've been loving, but I've been dreaming, you've been loving. You left with the wolves and ran into the dark. You left with the wolves, ran into the dark, and you do this all from the start. You left with the wolves, ran into the dark, and you do this all from the start. I knew you would, all from the start, all from the start. I knew you would.
So I always really enjoy tracks that can just send you on a nice little journey, and I feel like Nathan Hawes does this very well with his track Left with the Wolves, and you can go check that out on Spotify, and you can just go download it as well. Definitely go support anybody who makes really nice tracks like this. So now we're going to move on to the next artist called Matt Corby. And this one's a bit of an interesting one because it's not going to be your usual indie rock or something like that. It's going to be more of a singer-songwriter. So somebody's, composed and put all this together. Matt Corby is the name, and Knife Edge is going to be the track from his latest album. And I think this is going to be an interesting one for you guys, because when I heard this I thought, oh, this sounds pretty good. So I can tell that a lot of thought and a lot of energy and ideas have gone into this as well. And apparently this guy auditioned for The Voice, but didn't really get too far in it. Went out on his own and became who he is today. And definitely glad that he did that. So let's go check out this track.
and on and on and on and on. Achievable, intellectual, and emotionally viable. With all the nights that you with you, we're fading out of you. You know my worry only comes from one symbol for you. I get along with you. I hate it when we're cool. You know my worry only comes from fear of what I lose. I know that I can say I wouldn't feel this way without you. I can say I wouldn't be this way without you.
Tell you what, Matt Corby has definitely got some set of lungs on it and a kicking voice as well. Definitely really enjoyed that one. And Matt Corby, Knife Edge. And again, check it out on Spotify. Go download. There's a really nice contrast of genres in this album, and I would definitely go and check it out if you can. And now we are going to move on to a band called Jaws. Please do not be too fearful of this band. They are not the shark. And we're going to listen to their new single called Just a Boy. yes, I hope you enjoyed that single from Jaws, which is Just a Boy, and a really, really good song, this one. It's got a nice contrast of dynamics, and it's got a nice contrast of electronic and real instruments. It's got a really nice melody to it. It's just got everything. It's very, very, very nice track, and I'm going to thoroughly recommend that one. So now it is time for double header of music, so get ready for a nice contrast of genres, and get ready for a nice quick song from Easterns to set us off on the double header, and I will speak to you all in a bit.
You always said that every thought I had was Jesus.
to make you go home, to make you go, to make you go. I never wanted to make you go. Well, you might be a stranger now, and I just wanted to let you know that I meant what I said. And every dream I've ever had been of myself. And every dream I've ever had been of a better view. And 10 months summer, losing you was like cutting my fingers off. And even with that summer, without you I'd rather cut my fingers off.
Yes, folks, the doubleheader of music is back in full swing once again with Turnover, Cutting My Fingers Off, which was the one you just heard. And before then you had an absolute rip-roar of a song from Easterns, or Estrons, however you want to pronounce it, with their song Drop. And the female-fronted punk band are definitely in full swing for really coming up from that scene and definitely making noise, especially with that song. I record with Audacity and it gives me the kind of level of noise that the song's going to be. I imported that song and it was just full to the brim. Like each side was just a complete high level, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be loud. But that's exactly what I want, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Something a bit different as well. And I think the last punk band I had on there was called Brutus. Yes, another female-fronted punk band. So maybe the scene is coming up with all these female-fronted punk band musicians and bands. So fingers crossed for that, because it sounded freaking awesome. And also Turnover with their nice sort of play on sort of nice atmospheric genre of music, as well as I'm gonna specifically point out the ride cymbal. It's a nice little tinkle on that. I'm very prone to a nice tinkle on the ride. So anyway, before I get on to my drumming, let's end this here. I know last week I was sounding a little bit off, purely because I wasn't feeling particularly well, and it was late because I was recording both my football podcast, the FB podcast. You want to go check it out if you do like football as well as music, which is rare in most musicians' cases, and then this one straight after, which is what I'm doing tonight, but luckily I'm feeling a lot more perky. So yes, thank you very much for listening in. Your 30 minutes are up, and the Music Scout episode 20 is coming to a close, but before then, got a shout out to obviously Rob, Band of Badgers. We're going to be making, hopefully, a nice discussion part of a podcast soon, so going to be an extra feature on this podcast soon. Not even on this podcast, might just be a separate episode in itself, talking about Rock is Dead, I think is the first one we're looking at. I want to talk about vinyls. I want to talk about, how they're coming up in resurgence. Obviously I'm holding one right now and I think it's beautiful personally. So all this kind of stuff, I'm very excited to have him on the podcast as well. It's about time we had a chat, us two. I know we support each other a lot, so fingers crossed for that. But also, don't forget to look at the website for all of your details there, which is www.themusicscout.co.uk. The email is themusicscoutpodcast@gmail.com, and also the Twitter handle is themusicscout with a little underscore. So thank you very much for listening in, and I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Transit and their single The Only One, a nice little indie rock song for you. It's got a good feel, good energy to it to see the podcast episode out. Hope you enjoyed yourself, but until then, I will see you next week. Ta-ra.